All right, I'm recording this just to show how I quickly turned basically what was in this thread that I found the last day on ChatGPT into basically a great V1 of an entire go to market campaign. Or I'm trying to think of like a PMM onboarding onto a new product, getting a feel for what it exactly is. And I picked something that is a little bit more vague and that we don't have much content on, which is like TextML. So typically we have something like this for a new campaign where we're like, well, this is a new process, but we like brainstorm, we try and generate like campaign overview, do some messaging, then we try and figure out like what content we have, what content we should generate, and then we just basically figure out like what do we need to generate and how do we promote it. So there's a campaign overview, there's messaging, and then there's the generation of like content. So I'm trying to, using all the prompts here, figure out how I do that with a brand new product. So I mapped out very high level what I want to achieve. I want to figure out, well, what the hell is the product? Who would use it? Generate like a persona and an audience that I can start to use in everything that's below it. Give me back some like keywords if I wanted to run like a PPC campaign or get specific keywords into the page. What should I look for to like get me ranking really high on organic? Then give me back a product page, give me back a landing page, give me back a bunch of like blog post ideas, like one by one, write those blog posts for me, write some social media posts. I need like FAQs for the page, or if I want to run like an intercom, or I just had a conversation with like Patrick on the porting team, and he's looking at like spinning up support articles. What could we do with that? And then generate an email. Can we get something out to a database that contains information related to the audience we have above? So basically, I just have some of them have like blanks here, and I'll do it live. Other ones I have like hard coded XML in there. But all I did was basically run through all of this. So I have ChatGPT open on the left, and I have my beginning prompt, sorry, ChatGPT on the right, and I have the prompts on the left, but I'm pretty sure I'm still using 3.5. So I'd expect when I get access to a plus license next week that everything I put in here can only get better, but it's stellar from what I looked at. So let's start with TextML. And let's start with this prompt. Please generate product description for the Telnex TextML product, highlights its unique features and benefits, and speaks directly to the technical product manager. Actually, let's just cut out that piece for now. So go for it. So what we're looking for is 80-20 rule. Get to the point of like saves people time, really flexible, like scalable. You can quickly build something out. Real-time calling, like handle complex workflows 100%, very flexible. So like the only thing it probably doesn't touch on is like ease of use. Like you can spin it up without being overly technical. So it's like voice API in a sense without a lot of the complexity. So it gives me a great feel for like what's involved. If I gave it the original one, so we'll say I talked to a product manager and they were like, well, it's probably someone like me who would buy it on the far side as a customer. Does it change? Like it's probably going to be a bit more like technical focused, but it starts to give me use cases immediately. It's talking about like interactive voice response, like IVRs, custom call flows, routing. It's talking about like simple APIs. Perfect choice. Okay, so very high level. It gives me a great feel for what it is that I didn't have 30 seconds ago. So now we want to figure out like, okay, who would use it? And this is actually really nice, like something that would be difficult to come up with on your own. Like 5 potential personas. When we look at basically what Oren in the past put together on like audience and like who at specific companies would buy. Like getting something like this would like help you with writer's block. But like tech savvy Ted, TPM, basically background software engineering, looking to, I guess, automate SMS messaging, which might not exactly be correct, but the rest of it is. E-commerce, again, a technical product manager. It offers powerful, flexible tool set. Okay, so you probably need to like steer it away from like SMS. Um, Cost effective. Let me just check one thing. Okay, what I'm gonna tell it to do is it's going down like an SMS route, like across all of these, but for the next prompt, uh, only focus on XML. Okay, so let's give it the same one, see what it comes back with. Great, it gets right to the point of like what you could communicate to like a demand gen team of like who would want to buy this. You have someone who's like a business owner, like a VoIP engineer, like they could quickly test proof of concept. The person we're gonna probably look at for the rest of the prompts, like a technical product manager. But when I ran it in a test earlier, it gave me back um, like entrepreneurial Emily, great example, founder of a small e-commerce startup, very hands-on, just like wanted to get something set up. Like basically what Warren gets to in his one is like at smaller companies, I forget where it was there, but like smaller companies, it'll be more people like CEOs, like higher up the company architecture. And then at larger companies, it's probably going to be more technical folks like your, who do we have down the bottom? The technical product manager, potentially a VoIP engineer, call center supervisor. So someone like who runs the NOC engineering team wants to like set everything up super, super quick. So gets us to a correct answer there very quickly with the right prompt once you like focus it in the right direction. So let's develop a marketing persona. So we're trying to understand who is this person, what would they look like on LinkedIn. So we'll say I'm taking technical product manager from here. So develop the marketing persona for someone at, we'll say like an e-commerce company. So we'll give it even more specifics, give us demographics, behaviors, give us all that back to like see who this sort of person is. So like in terms of writing content to like appeal to someone like this, gives you great feeling for what their background is, how comfortable they are with certain verbiage. Like this is a technical person. If we were to pick maybe the entrepreneurial Emily above, who's like a CEO, it might have different language. But very quickly we start to understand like who are we writing for? Like it's basically this guy, Alex. And then what does he care about? Like efficiency, easy integration, flexibility, improving the customer experience. Like this is the hub of all the content we should produce. Okay, kind of changing like tracks a little bit, like give us back keywords that will say would help a technical product manager find us. Or maybe I'll pick the call center supervisor. So someone on the knock at like an Uber. What we'll actually change this to is contact center supervisor. So, oh, cool. It gets to like call whisper, barging. When like Dylan and oh, I forget the other person's name gave the like fireside conversation or like presentation last week. This is exactly what they spoke about. And then call analytics, call routing, like 100% what we should be speaking to. So that's great. Then if we wanted to say run like a PPC campaign, or we wanted to like write the about and other sections on a product page, what do we care about? Like we could use these as like H2, H3s. Could be the title of like support articles. Like, oh yeah, it even gives me blog-based things. Fantastic. Okay, probably too long for like PPC keyword targeting, but great for blog, which we'll get into in a second. Great for like H2s, like maybe features you want to call out, like use case pages, like it's all there. Develop a product page, and that will say generate a product page for our TextML product. Highlights its unique features and benefits and speaks directly to, let's keep using that person, contact center supervisor. Oh, I didn't give it proper English, but see what it comes back with. Yeah, it gives CTAs, like benefits, it gives like about, like we can start to map it. We need to generate better prompts per section, but we'll say we wanted to like get something for the about section. We'll say like high level overview. We need to pull out features. We're giving it like too much here, I would say, to make it supremely like one-to-one useful for our pages. But like it'll give us back what we want. We just need to ask the right question. So that's, we'll say, like a product page. What about a landing page? I'm going to expect it to have maybe more CTAs, ask maybe like for information, um, like persuasive, informative, top of funnel, tries to like get someone to like click somewhere else or like engage with our content. Yeah, like starts to ask questions, solve problems, features. Yeah, and it ends in a demo, which is what we always want. So like very quickly, again, we get to the point. We've just trained it along the way to focus on like specific things. Um, and even, yeah, it's focused here on like for contact centers. We could say like write it again for technical product managers at e-commerce companies. So like custom ABM landing page that addresses all of these. And like it will start to go very broad where your prompts aren't the most specific. So we just need to work on the better prompts, and that's where something like this that gets to the people have done the hard work for us. Like that's fantastic. So like blog posts. This is one I did earlier, like live with the content team. Like for generating ideas, we should be getting this to generate 100 ideas and we pick the best 20. It's not always going to be perfect, but let's see what it gives back on. We'll say we want to get technical product managers using language clear, engaging. That's fine. Okay, it's very focused now on like e-commerce. So we probably need to make it more specific or more general. So we'll say to generate 5 blog posts that's targeted to technical product managers at how do we get to that earlier? We'll just say don't be specific to e-commerce. Oh, there you go. So customer support, like an overview might not be as useful. Like people want to build an IVR, it might want to be like click to call. Yeah, like improve your ROI, like reduce other tools in your tech stack, stay ahead of the curve, like trends. So like you could probably ask it for like what are certain trends, and then that becomes the flesh and blood of like another article. So we'll say, let's pick one of those. So please generate a blog post. Blog post using the following description. Okay. Like I don't know if this is the right way to like actually give it the prompt, but using language that is clear, engaging. All right, let's go with that. I'm just trying to give an overview of it all. So basically, we wanted to get to the point of building a better IVR. How can Telnix help? So yeah, you want to make it more efficient and seamless, like better customer experience, 100%. What can we do? We can help you with speech recognition, NLP, like we could replace this with like text to speech, speech to text, like call forwarding, call routing, yeah, streamline your operations. We've seen our own knock team do that. Audio prompts, you could have like call whisper, crucial for providing a customer experience. So like we can ask it to generate 5 different headlines for that article that might be better, but it's all about like customer engagement, improving operations. That gets us to the point. Right, social media. So if we want to promote that for promoting this blog post on social media, create 5 posts that are visually appealing and attention grabbing. I'll encourage product managers to engage with our brand. So if we had ChatGPT 4, we'd probably get like actual assets back, but let's see what it gives. Oh, it gives like design prompts. And again, it won't be perfect, but like call center agents, like it's all ideas. And where we get ChatGPT 4, it will actually give us back assets. Might not be perfect, but we can start to play around in Canva then and get something that's close to it. So if we want to go back to our product page and think about like chatbot responses, if it's like an intercom or like our FAQs, create a chatbot script that can answer frequently asked questions from our customers in a conversational and direct them. So let's say people click on the blog, they go to the product page. What do we need to have on it? So again, it's just like conversational, and then we'll say that's pretty good. Let's write a sales email, or I guess I'm not specifying here, but we'll write an email. Again, it'll probably point people to like docs, but generate personalized email copy for XML that speaks directly to each individual customer and encourages them to take action. So generate personalized email copy for sales email promoting our XML product. Because the email should speak directly to like technical product managers and encourage them to take a demo. So like we could generate 5 of these, put into a cadence with the sales team, basically use a lot of the content above for a landing page and get it in front of people. So high level, like what we've gone from there is like a very vague like Twitter thread I had an intention of generating like a TextML campaign. I've not much information on like what is possible with TextML beyond what was in like a document here. I read through some dev docs and like related product pages. But after doing all of this, I basically come away with not a perfect like element or like piece of content for each of these, but 80-20 rule, it's 80% of the way there. We need to correct it. And then we start to go back to what our overall objective is, which is creating all of this, creating all of our content here. We need to use prompts. We need to like help ourselves get across the finish line here. Um, like cross-check this as a PMM, you'll know all the details. As a content writer, you know like how to improve on it and make it seem like less robotic. From a design perspective, we'll actually have to like implement some of these, but we have to start using this tool to really help ourselves just like basically produce more, like start to solve like specific problems, really get hyper specific for audiences and use cases, and it can only help us in everything that we do.